Hi, I'm Leslie Rogalski, a member of the Beadalon design team. You may know me from television, projects in books, magazines, and my DVDs. I'm also honored to be a Create Your Style with Swarovski Elements ambassador. Today we're going to talk about what you need to have an efficient and organized beading area. Okay, so here are some of the very basic things that no matter what kind of bead stringing or stitching or beadwork you do are really good essentials to have, starting with your beads. And a real good way to keep organized as you work with your beads, in quantities especially, is to have these handy little trays. They come in different sizes. They're very lightweight and they have a soft surface that doesn't have a pile to it, so they'll be easy to get with your needle. I also want to show you the tacky mat. The first thing to remember when you take this out of its package is that it is covered with a little sheet of plastic so that you don't pour your beads on and think they're not going to stick. And this way, I love these especially for travel. You can work with this, they're not going to go anywhere, and yet they're going to be very easy to pick up with your needle and brush off. And if it loses its stickiness, you could just run it under water, let it dry, and restore it. And you can see that they brush off really easy, so that I can then take my bead scoop, which is here, and scoop them up and put them back on my tray, just like that. I'm being messy like Julia Child. Scissors, of course, to cut whatever beading thread that you're going to be using. Wildfire would be my recommendation. And beading needles, and you're going to want to choose the beading needle that's the right size for the beads that you're using in the project that you're using. A unit like this is great for storage. Let's talk about storage, because that is critical to keeping yourself organized. If you're like me, you end up with stuff everywhere, and your actual little staging arena where you're doing your beadwork is going to end up being 3 square inches, which is not good. So you want to keep all your tools and supplies as organized as possible in things like this. So you can have your wildfire thread. Look how nice they stand up here. You can see the colors and the gauges. It also gives you room for your tools. And some of the basic tools that even seed beaders need will include a crimper tool for finishing and attaching your clasps, a nipper tool, a chain nose or flat nose plier for helping with the crimps and pulling needles through tight places. You have a round nose pliers if you're making little wire wrap loops for your clasps and things. And a bent nose pliers is very handy for getting into those tight places. So keeping on with storage, we were talking about finishing your pieces. Here's a package of crimps. These are fantastic. You buy them individually and they actually stack. They're little boxes that open and they stay closed very securely, so you can put your beads in and see them. Clear containers is so important so you can see everything. And you buy these individually and then you end up stacking them, and again, it makes it really easy to see everything that you have. It's right on hand. Each one comes apart. Oh, I didn't eat my Wheaties. Like this, so you can have easy access to the things that are stacked. You also have very portable containers. Again, I'm always beading everywhere I go. This is really cool because they're rounded on the bottom and it makes it easy to pull your beads out. And then of course you have containers, larger suitcase containers. See if you can see what's in here. This carry-all is filled with snap closed boxes in different sizes and has a large compartment in it too, so you can fit. Shows you a good picture on the front. You can fit a spool of wire or thread. You can fit all different beads in all different sizes of containers, or crystals or pearls, stones, whatever it is that you like to work with. And last but not least, you want to make sure that you have really good lighting and good glasses if you need them, magnifiers. So these are really the essentials to get you started and make sure that you have the best possible work area so you can let your creativity go to town.